All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another video. All right, y'all, time for another rankings update video. You know, we talking about the women's flyweight division. Had a couple of shakeups. I mean, we knew this was pretty much coming. I mean, it's not really a shakeup at this point, but you know what I mean. It's looking like the flyweight division is starting to really restructure itself, man, with some new blood at the top. We got some new top 5 fighters right here, man. But let's go ahead and take a look at the top 15, man. You know, we still got some of the same fighters at the bottom. You know, number 15 is Jasmine, Jazzy Vicious. And, of course, number 14 is Miranda Maverick. And I know some people asked how she over Jasmine since she lost to her. Well, she did beat Andrea Lee, who was over Jasmine. So, once you beat that person, you go over them, right? As y'all know, Miranda, she's been making some call-outs. She's been wanting to take on the number 13, Casey O'Neill, and number 9, Viviane Araújo. In my opinion, I think a good fight for her right now would be Casey O'Neill and then fight Araújo. You know, I think she can do both. You know, she could do both this year, and that would be a good way to kind of build her up to prepare her for the top 10 or top 5, you know, because if she was to jump ahead now and beat somebody like Araújo and get into the top 10, she's going to be right there in the mix of some of these, you know, difficult fighters. So I think along the way, if she takes on another pressure fighter like Casey O'Neill, beats her, and then learns how to beat, you know, an experienced fighter like Araújo along the way, shoot, that'd be perfect timing for Miranda Maverick. You know, she is able to improve and do it in dominant fashion, you know, both of those fights. So, yeah, I think the number 13, Casey O'Neill, will be a good fight. I've seen Casey O'Neill train. It looks like she's back in the mix. So maybe she's looking to return sometime this summer. Number 12, got Karine Silva. I'm still a little upset that the Lauren Murphy-Karine Silva fight didn't take place this past weekend. That was one of the flyweight fights I wanted to see. As y'all know, Karine, she's going to be taking on the number 11, Ariane Lipsky, which I think is going to be a bigger test. I mean, well, you know, Lauren Murphy, I think Lauren Murphy would have been a good test because, you know, Lauren Murphy can't knock her. You know, she hadn't really got beat or finished until, you know, she faced Valentina and then she took on Andrade, you know. So I think Lauren Murphy still has something to offer to a fighter like Karine Silva. But I think Lipsky is going to be like this hungry dog. You know, she's going to be like a different style matchup and energy matchup because, you know, Lipsky's going to be on the same path that she's in, and she's got something to prove. You know, they both pretty much got the same type of energy going for them. You know, they both been improving, stopping girls, you know, stopping some of the hype girls like Lipsky, you know, just finishing Casey O'Neill. Then you got Karine Silva just stopping all these girls as soon as she came into the UFC. So that's going to be an interesting fight. Looking at the top 10, sometimes I'm wondering how she got to the top 10 at this point. Not Karine Silva, but Tracy Cortez. Tracy Cortez at number 10. I mean, I guess. I mean, she is still undefeated in the UFC. I just haven't really seen her beat some big names besides Gatto, and that was pretty much it, right? Gatto and Jasmine, you know. So at number 10, I still think she needs to showcase something to make us say, okay, she's next title contender. I mean, I know, again, she's beaten girls like Erin Blanchfield early in their career, and she hasn't faced a loss yet, but who has she been fighting right now, and how long has it been since she's fought? You know, there's been, like, long periods for Tracy Cortez, so I need to see a little bit more from Tracy Cortez. Now that I'm looking, like, how about Caitlin Chikagan? You know, her and Caitlin Chikagan would be a good fight at this point. You know, Tracy Cortez wants to show she's the best. Wants to challenge Grasso one day, take on somebody like Caitlin Chikagan, who's coming off a loss, right? Number 9, Araújo. Yeah, like I said, Araújo needs a fight down from here. Araújo versus Casey O'Neill, Miranda Maverick, Jasmine. Those are good fights. And then number 8, Amanda Ibas. Y'all know she's going to be taking on Rose. Rose trying to get herself a ranked spot in this main event coming up. So we'll see how that turns out. I mean, Ibas, you know, she's kind of been playing both sides, the 115, 125. So we'll see what kind of energy she brings here. I mean, to me, she's been fighting well. You know, she beat Araújo. She got stopped by Macy Barber. She gave Caitlin a good fight. So I think Ibas stands somewhere like right in the middle where she's at right now. So we'll see what she does against Rose. Number 7, Natalia Silva. Natalia Silva, this is the beast right here. You know, we looking at her. I know some of y'all want to see a little bit more from her, but I think she's doing what she needs to do. Maybe turn it up a little bit when the finish is there. and maybe see her tested against some more grapplers in this top level. But I think Natalia Silva, she's good to go, man. I think that eventually in a couple more fights, you're going to see her fight for the title. I think she will be fighting for the title. Shoot, if I can say Macy Barber might be fighting for the title one day, you know that Natalia Silva and Kareem going to be fighting for the title one day. Number 6, Caitlin Chikagan. She dropped down 2 spots after her loss this past Saturday. Number 5 is still Jessica Andrade. Man, another strawweight. I'm wondering why I'm still here. Jessica Andrade, man, I'm like, what? Like, come on, man. Like, make up your mind. Where you going, girl? I'm just playing. But for real, Jessica Andrade, she's fighting Marina Rodriguez on UFC 300. That should be interesting. If she was to win the fight, I think she should move back up to 125 so somebody can fight her for that spot. If not, move down to 115, kind of skip over her, maybe just take her out of the rankings at this point. I don't know, but we'll see. And here we go. Here's the top 4 now. Yeah, because even when I think of top 5 flyweights, like I don't really see Jessica Andrade as like a top 5 flyweight. You know, she just beat Lauren Murphy, then she lost to Erin Blanchfield, right? And she just doesn't seem like top 5 material right now. I mean, she's one of the best fighters, you know, top 5, you know, top pound-for-pound finishers in WMMA. But right now, I'm just not seeing her as like this big threat to Grasso, man, like, or whoever the champ is. Number 4, of course, jumped up 2 spots is Macy Barber. She's coming in here hot now. You know, she's she's on a 6-fight win streak now, so she's amongst these other girls now, but still need to see a little bit more from her, man, from that last performance. She's going to be screaming for a title shot. She's going to be barking for this title shot. So we'll see what they're going to do, man. Like, does she fight the loser of Erin Manone? Does she fight the winner of Erin Manone? Since the championship fight is going to be pushed back even further to maybe next year. But, you know, for these girls, you know, their title shot might not come to the end of this year or next year, y'all. So that's just what it is. I mean, they might do the title fight in September and maybe squeeze in their title fight at the end of the year, like December or January. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy, right? I mean, we only 3 months deep into this year, but just think about it. Erin Manone fight in March, and they're going to have to wait another 8 or 9 months. So do they wait another 8 or 9 months, or do they fight Macy? We'll see. All right, number 3 is Manone. You know, she's been looking sharp in training, been seeing her train. She looks good. She's getting ready for March 30th, main event. It's a 5-round fight. It's getting real now. Erin Blanchfield, she's a beast too. I mean, Erin, this is a scary fight for both fighters when I think about it, man. I get that tenseness. I get them goosebumps, man. Erin, you know, she's a beast, and her resume is looking, you know, quite delectable compared to some of these other girls. I mean, she's on a mission right now, so Erin is not one to count out. You know, I did see Manone's interview. Look, I'm hoping they're not overlooking Manone, thinking she's an easy fight. I mean, hope they're not thinking Erin's an easy fight. No, do not think that. You know, Erin is a beast. You know, so I picked both of these girls to be at the top one day because eventually, you know, they're going to run through some fighters. They're going to dominate, and that's where they're at now. So, yeah, Erin Blanchfield's at number 2. You know, she passed Manone now because of inactivity, but still, you know, look at her resume. Number 1, Valentina Shevchenko, the champ, Lexi Grasso. Y'all know they're going to be tied up with the TUF House. You know, they start filming this month, and they'll be tied up with the TUF House in June. So maybe, you know, they're going to try to get this fight scheduled by July, hopefully, right? So they can turn around and fight again in November or something. So I think November is probably going to be the earliest we can wish for at this point for the new blood to get the title shot. So that's what it is right now, y'all. But that's the top 15 for flyweights, and it's looking good. You know, here and there, there's a couple of fighters that might not need to be there anymore. But I'm looking forward to most of these matchups coming up. The fight's been turning out to be solid. You know, I just think Macy Barber, she did what she needed to do in that fight, but I need to see a little bit more to make me say, okay, she can take that spot from Erin or Grasso, whoever Manone's at the top, you know. But let me know, guys, what y'all think of the top 15 Combo Breaker 99. Make sure y'all subscribe. I'm out. Peace.